We're going to need an ummi for this choreography. I think everything else we have, some shoulder shimmies, some side to sides, everybody should be super confident with. But this ummi is a bit of a struggle. It's sometimes spelt U-M-I and sometimes spelt O-M-I. It's an internal hip rotation. So when we do our standard hip rotation, we're kind of pivoting from the forehead, from the nose, from the chin, from our chest. But we're making a circle that is external. We're pushing, pushing, pushing. This ummi is internal. So it's the internal muscles. It should be possible to do an ummi that nobody in the outside world can see. Let me break it down. Yeah, should I get my tummy out? I think I will. So we are using our abs and our glutes, our bottom, our upper thighs, and our pelvic floor. This is what gives it that internal move. You'll feel when you have it, you'll go, oh, all these muscles inside that I hadn't really appreciated. We start with a pelvic tilt. So very simple, good posture, just taking the hips, tilting them forward slightly, returning to neutral, tilting them forward. So I'm pulling here, just pulling here to tilt my hips. Lots of lower ab, holding it means I stretched out my back. So now we're going to do that same thing, but we're going to do it right and left. So I'm going to squeeze my abs only on the right, keeping my left long. So I'm going to squeeze that side. This hip comes up towards the rib cage, and I'm short on this side and long on the other side. Now let's try on the left. Squeeze it up, return to neutral. Squeeze it up, return to neutral. You will see some videos where they teach this from the knees. Always the problem with using your knees is then when you walk, it looks funny. So we're going to do it without knees. We're going to use abs. So I'm going to squeeze my right abs in. I'm going to keep them in and squeeze and do that pelvic tilt here as well. Now I'm going to release on this side as I squeeze in on the left. So now I'm long here and short here. Then I'm going to release at the front, release at the side, and go back to my normal posture. Squeeze, 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 release. Squeeze, 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 release. Squeeze, 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 release. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Other way. Left, center, right, and left, center, right, and left, center, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the next idea is that we're going to build the speed up. This might take you a couple of weeks. That's okay. We have a few weeks. That's the joy of video. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to find music at different tempos and just drill this. Couple of minutes, 3 or 4 minutes. Be aware that this is one of those moves that can give you tummy ache afterwards. So if you wake up the next morning going, oh, this area is hurting, that's why you're using different muscles. It should not hurt your back. Keep your back nice and long. And if you start to get back pain, it means you're not doing it right. Let's leave it until I'm in the classroom with you to make adjustments. So we want to go from medium speed to a faster speed to a super fast speed, both directions. Okay, we're ready to add it into the choreography.